tribulation as what is depicted in the dispensational scheme of teaching, which is heretical. It's heretical. It's a lie. Through and through, it is a lie. Now, I'm going to take however many parts that it takes, but I'm going to beat this over and over again until I am able to make an impression, even if it's in one mind. Because modern Christianity has lost its way. Lost its way. We think Jesus Christ is our buddy, our pal. We think that God is just the man upstairs. We think that God has a sense of humor that he is using today to coddle us into believing him through humorous means. I digress. I'm going to deal with eschatology over the next several weeks. And I'm going to prove the foolishness of the belief of a 7-year tribulation. At the outset, I want to point out that those who hold to a 7-year tribulation, which when I became a Christian 40 years ago, that was all that I knew. And I understood it. I know dispensationalism backwards and forwards. If I were to change my mind today and to go back to a dispensational mindset, it would be very easy because I've learned it and I've studied it and I understand it. And I don't say that to try to say that I'm some great person, because it doesn't take a great person to believe in this foolishness of a 7-year tribulation period. It doesn't take brilliance. It takes a willingness to come up with a theological schema apart from any biblical support whatsoever. So let me say it again as I move on. Nowhere in the Bible is a 7-year tribulation ever taught, mentioned, or preached about by anyone, Old Testament or New Testament, prophet or apostle. It is simply not taught in the Word of God whatsoever. Now, those who believe in a 7-year tribulation really aren't willing to admit that the 7-year tribulation, according to their system, is really only 3.5 years, because the first 3 years of this so-called 7-year tribulation is supposed to be a period of peace. And that the real tribulation doesn't happen until the second 3.5 years. So, according to the 7-year tribulation theory, really, it is only a 3.5-year tribulation. So for anyone who really believes that they understand and believe in the 7-year tribulation, there really isn't one. It is really only a 3.5-year tribulation. And during this second half, or the last half of this 7-year tribulation, the second 3.5 is supposed to be where all hell breaks loose.